Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to Piccadilly Stampin'.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Let me see. I think I am live.
I don't know yet. I haven't found you live yet.
So come on in and say hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Tell us where you're from.
I'm from over here in the chair.
Oh, Bill. Let's see. Has anyone come on? Okay. Hi, Kathy from the
Cindy,
Colorado Mountains.
Kathy.
Hi, Madison. Hi, Cindy from Rhode Island. I knew that. Madison's from Iowa. How's the weather where you guys are? Thank you for sharing. Hi, Michelle from Washington. We got rain
Over the weekend.
and if we wouldn't have spent that money and put that huge berm up on that back wall, we would have had water in the house. I'm so glad we did it. It's really strapped us, but I am so glad we did it. We still had sitting water, but it saved us. And then now the heat has just elevated and it's humid, and I struggle in the humidity. So
who's got their glass
sunny.
of wine?
Hi, Marcia. 80 degrees.
Where?
Woo.
In Marcia?
Yeah.
So that's what it is here.
Hi, Patricia. Thanks for sharing. Hi, Jackie from Pittsburgh, and Beth Ann from Philadelphia. Thank you for sharing. You guys are wonderful. Hi, Julie. Yes, it did, Beth Ann, and it saved us. But Bill is trying to figure out, he's trying to look on he watches every night faithfully the news to see when it's going to rain so he can figure out when he's going to be able to mow, because he's trying to, there's a couple stories going on right now at the same time. He's trying to get where we put the berm on the back fence, but then around the house where we put the stuff, and he's trying to get seed going on there, and the birds are stealing his seed.
Birds are eating the seeds, and now it's growing, and the weeds are growing.
The weeds are growing fast, and now he's got a mole issue. There's a mole, and
yeah, I haven't seen him lately. Maybe he got flooded out.
He may have gotten flooded out. So it's been kind of an interesting little go with the yard, and Bill's trying to schedule out when he can mow, when he's got to take care of getting those weeds taken down, when he can put more seed out. It's a whole thing. Talk about being frustrating.
Yeah.
So we have got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight, but as I promised, I'm going to use a new stamp set from the new catalog. So,
Woo!
yes, if you guys... if you have spent $50 with me in the last 6 months, you've already got a catalog coming. If you don't get it by the time the catalog goes live, which is like May 6th, I think.
Yeah,
let me know, because then I can call Stampin' Up. They send them by snail mail, but they will reissue. So I want to know if you guys get them or not. And if you do not have a demonstrator and you'd like me to be your demonstrator and you'd like one of these catalogs, well then I'm going to post a link in the description box down below, and you will be able to sign up to get a catalog from me.
That's right, because I put them in the mail.
He does. He likes to feed the mailbox. If you're new to the channel, please say hello. Stampers like stampers, and a lot of us have kind of become friends in this group, and we would love more friends. Who doesn't love that? So
who doesn't love friends?
Right. Comment, like, share, and if you're watching this later on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. And don't worry, I send out an email with my demonstration. It'll have the dimensions, the photos, the video, and a supply list of what I used. Now, of course, this one I will it'll go out on Sunday or Monday, and it won't have the completed supply list because I'm going to be using things that aren't like released yet. Well, just a stamp set. So it'll be missing that one thing. But let's get started. So.
That's right.
Oh, I have some cards.
We did get cards from
So
the mailbox.
France sent 2, different reasons, but anyway, she sent 2 cards. So this is with that online exclusive DSP, and it's so cute. Just an FYI, France, I made a bunch of these, and I used what's really cute with this too, and I don't know if you have it, but it's that new stamp set that does the corner around this. It's very, very cute with this paper. If you have any left, maybe you would like to use that. And then she sent this one, and I love it. She doesn't sign them because she sends me a note because she knows that I donate them to charities, but isn't that cute? I love that. That is really cute. I'm going to have to steal that one. So thank you for that. And then, will you stick those?
Sure, I'll put them over here.
Thank you. And then if you missed my video this week, I did release a video of this little card, and this is using...
That's a really cute card.
You like that?
I did.
Super on trend right now. I've been doing a lot of looking for like the boho chic, the
boho.
You like words like that,
Boho
don't you?
And ombre.
And ombre. And also like, I mean, there's just so many things right now where texture is a really big thing. So I love that I used a couple of these dies, which we're going to be using tonight also. And the DSP, and I mixed it with our Regal's, I can't think of the name of it. It's in the video, so check it out. It's on YouTube if you haven't already. I really would appreciate that. So let's get started with the drawing first, and then we'll introduce some of the new stuff and move on, okay?
I can reach into the bag.
All right, so let me mix it up a little bit. So these were the cards. Let me show them real quick. These were the cards that we made with DSP last week. So stinking cute. I love how simple they are. I love how light they are. I love how easy this would ship in the mail. And I use the low profile dots, so that's awesome because one stamp flies this baby. So we had quite a few shares. Okay, I think I get that mixed up. Can you reach in here and pull out a couple?
One. Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
2.
Sometimes you get 2 and I didn't know.
I did.
Okay.
Kathy Walton.
Ooh, Kathy hasn't won in a while, so thank you, Kathy.
And I think this is Rebecca Herder.
Rebecca Herder. Rebecca, I am not familiar with you. So would you send me your mailing address and I will get that shipped out to you? I appreciate that very much. So thank you, ladies, so much for sharing. So how you get into the drawing for sharing is share this video to your social media, and then I will put all the names. Bill draws a couple, and then the card that we make this week will be what is being drawn next week. Drawn. Okay, so let me get to a new stamp set that is coming up in the annual catalog. It is called Feathered Fun. So, I know. We all know my love of birds. I do love birds. We have bird houses, bird feeders, and Bill hates the bird poo. But, and now my latest thing is we've been getting peace doves, and we've been getting purple wrens.
Yep.
No.
I haven't seen them for a couple days.
That's because you got to put... Finches, that's what it is. I knew it wasn't a wren. So, and the songs are just amazing. So I love birds. I have a friend who has 3 birds and cute stories on all of them. But anyway, so I saw this and I knew that
Kevin's watching.
I wonder if Kevin's watching. I saw this and I thought I have to have this set. Now, there's no dies with this, but it's a pretty simple set. And I'm excited to show this to you. I wanted to do watercolor pencils again. I know I just did a demonstration with these recently, but I had an idea and I knew exactly the one that I wanted to try was these 2 little cuddle bugs right here. I also, since it has no sentiments, I went ahead and paired it with the Unbounded Love. and I wanted to make a friendship card. So there's a teeny tiny little friend, and then you can put whatever you want on the inside, but I put the friend on the outside, and then I put one of them, but I'm not seeing it here. I don't know which, no, you are loved. Friend, you are loved. So that's the ones that I chose for this particular thing. I'm also going to be what I used in that last demonstration, the textured notes dies. If you haven't got these yet, I highly recommend them. They are a lot of fun, and I'm going to make the world's simplest card tonight. Simple. It's very simple.
Simple card.
But it's going to have some layers to it, but it's simple. So let's start off. I'm going to do white on white on white. And I know you're just thrilled by that, aren't you? So we're going to use a white base. I'm not even using the thick white cardstock on this one. It's just white, basic white. You could. I'm just not using it.
Or beige.
No, no beige.
No beige?
No
Come
beige.
on.
We're doing white on white on white. And some people will love it and some people won't. So now I just have a scrap piece that I am going to use. And we're going to take this image that I have and we're going to Versamark this. We're going to do some embossing. So I'm going to go ahead and... You know, I've had this thing for years, and once it gets really down there, it starts really putting the sauce out there, the powder.
Really?
Yeah, I've been finding it everywhere. So I'm going to use my Versamark.
Sheetrock dust?
Like sheetrock dust. Oh my gosh, all of the sheetrock is done now, and now we're really smoothing it over. We got the paint color. We had to change the paint color because
6 colors.
Yeah, 6 colors later for down in that man cave there, because it wasn't right. You know how the lighting is different and everything, and you want it to look right. So we changed it, and Bill picked about the most amazing color because we tried other colors, but it's a red. Would you say it's just
it's a muted red.
It's a muted red, yeah. He loves red. And so we got that, and then we've got kind of an off-white now. Would you say it's called warm fog?
Warm fog. Kind of got a gray to it.
Yeah.
Not quite white, not quite gray.
It's a good color. Anyway.
It's like the fog with the sun shining through it.
The sunshine doesn't shine through fog. It's foggy. Oh. Okay, so I'm going to use
lightly
gold embossed powder. You should see him. He's making like hand signals here. So I'm going to use some gold embossed powder on this.
Ooh, gold.
Because this is, I saw this and I knew what I wanted to do. And the samples that are in the catalog are pretty cute. Of course, not as cute as mine, right? They should just ask me.
Yeah, they should.
No, they're very cute. It's what sold me on the set. See all this? This is all of that.
Versamark?
Yeah, the powder
The powder.
from the Emboss Buddy. So we're just going to come under here and emboss this with the heat tool on high.
Let the magic begin.
There it goes. Do I have it all? I think I do. I hope that wasn't too loud, everyone. Isn't it stinking cute? Oh my gosh. I just love them.
I can see the shiny from here.
Yeah. So we're going to do the blender pens again. They come like this. And this is, I've been a demonstrator, what, 12, 15, I don't know how many years. And I was a hobbyist long before I started a business. And this is only my second set of blender pens in that amount of time. So very worth the money. And then, like I said, these are the watercolor pencils. And on my original one, I'm going to take that out of the way because I'm just going to start, and I think I will start with their heads. So this color, mine is so old, it says Balmy Blue. There's Pacific Point. But we don't have Pacific Point anymore. But of course, the colors in the new packs match these very well. So I'm going to start off, and we're just going to put this.
If you're coming in late, you have not missed my joke yet. They're asking.
So I'm going to color it in, and I'm just going to, just like you would a colored pencil. I think the reason why I switched is so I could get a little darker, and so I'm going to go a little darker here. And you're just going to lay the color down. Don't worry about it looking jaggedy. Now, you guys know I like to have a little white showing, but in this one, I'm not really going to do that. So I'm going to go down here because this is part of his wing. So I'm going to have that match. And go right down here and just get that color on there. And let's see, we'll do, this is his wing here too. How many of you already use the watercolor pencils?
I'll look.
Because it's one of those things where it's cool and you like them and you forget about them because we get going with our Stampin'. But this is a way that if you don't like to watercolor, for instance, because you don't feel like you have the control, this gives you that control. It's another way to color in that can have effects. So like if I wanted to go in here and go really strongly deep and dark, like around these wings like this, I can. I'm going to smooth this all out so. But one of the things on my sample one that I did that I noticed is that my green didn't show up as good as my blues do. So I'm going to follow this down, and I'm going to do kind of right through his face here because his other wing is here. So it's going to have a lot of lines through it, and I'm going to just stop a minute so you can see. Well, I tell you what, I'll stop when I get to the through this. Can you see that it's kind of like, it looks like a child maybe colored it? That's okay. This is why I love this, especially for those people who don't like to do stamp sets like this where they would have to color in, which you wouldn't have to, because this stamp set, just let me show you real quick. You can flip it over and you can, that perfectly colors in if you want to do the whole thing in a color. So yeah, you didn't know that, did you?
Nope.
Yep, now
you know what
you do.
I did know though?
What?
I ordered a bunch of
oh
paper
yeah,
today.
Bill did. Bill ordered cardstock for me. On the, we have free shipping today, and he through Friday, yes. And he went ahead and tell him why you ordered it though.
Because we have
the
Stamp Stack coming and Paper Share coming and
yep,
a bunch of other stuff. He
helps me. So this really isn't my business, it's our business. And he helps me so much in this business. I may be some of the driving force because he does have another job, but, and it gives me a way to help pay some bills around the house because I couldn't work a regular job anymore with the lupus the way it is. But he does help quite a bit, and he helped me with ordering a bunch of cardstock. We took advantage of that. Today there was the free shipping, and then of course if you're a demonstrator, which by the way, this might be a good place to put a plug in. If you are interested in either stocking your craft room with some of your favorite Stampin' Up! Supplies and getting a discount, we call them kind of discount shoppers, you can join up and be a demonstrator, and that's perfectly fine. And that's kind of what Bill is, right? You are a discount shopper today.
I'm a discount shopper.
So then I'm just laying down some yellow.
And Did I? I think I did order some beige.
Yes, you did get beige. No, we have a, so this is the yellow. I'm going to go for the orange next. We've got a Stamp-A-Stat coming, and that's 16 cards per person. And so I wanted to take advantage of the free shipping while it was available on there, because we're going to be using a couple packs on each one of these. So here's the green. Now this is, I think...
Because I'm helping make those when we get that paper.
That's right. He is. He helps with the paper shares too, you guys. So, and then I'm going to throw this...
Taking those orders now.
Yep, the paper share, we are taking orders. And we've got quite a few, but if you've missed out and you want it, actually, I think what I'll do is I will post this on YouTube, a link to that paper share. And... then I'll post it tomorrow so that if you want to get in on it, I'll post it on my Piccadilly wall. So add that color in. Now I'm going darker than my first one because my first one just didn't show the difference between the yellow and the green. So it's okay to lay down a lot of color on here. Okay, so pretty easy, right? What you would do in any time that you would be... When did we color? In kindergarten?
I guess.
Okay, so I'm going to start with the lightest color first. So I have extra paper on here, and the reason why is because when you... Before I do this, you can see how it's got kind of all the little scribbles on there. So let's go in here. This is going to smooth those out. You're going to get that color hooked right onto this blender pen. Now this is not water. I don't know what the formula is for the blender pen because I've had people saying, can you refill them? No, they're a good enough price for 3 of these that you can buy another set and they'll last you another 10 years. I guess it's lasted me that long, but I don't use these all the time. I forget about them. Now when you're going to go to a different color, especially if you've had a darker color, you take it and you want to rub it till it's clear. Now, I could have taken this yellow and gone right into my Granny Apple Green. It wouldn't have made that much difference because that's kind of a yellow-green. But I was just showing. Now, when I go from this green into the blue, I'm definitely going to clean it off. So this will get to those edges where I have the pencil didn't get quite up to because of the embossing. Does that make sense?
It does.
Because there's a little ridge there. Okay, so I'm going to, you see how I'm just coloring that, making sure I'm getting that off until it's clear. Let's go into the orange next. There we go. Isn't this pretty? Now you can do this if you want to do this in purples or pinks or whatever you like. So here. Any questions or anything on this? Is anyone saying if they
love them? Beautiful birds.
So you can see how that one's colored compared to how this one's colored. I know, they're so pretty. There's pretty birds. And then I can come in here. And then let's go right down into this. I'm missing something, I just noticed. I didn't get his feet. I'll have to go back. Do you see how that just smooths that out? I don't know how well that's showing, how that smooths it out. Maybe if I do this, you can see it. See how it just smooths it out? And what I love about doing it on when you've got the embossing on here is it kind of guides you. You don't really kind of bleed into the colors.
They like the gold
emboss with it. Yeah.
That's the outline.
Yeah, I do too. The first thing I saw when I saw this was it was like, oh, I want blue and green birds. I think they're so cute. I think this would be cute. Now, for those of you who do cards for your grandchildren, if you got a lover of animals, This is one I need to challenge Jackie on.
Yeah.
She's turning her into, she really got into those otters.
Yeah.
She did a lot with the otters.
They love them.
The otters were cute. Otters are just cute in general. They've got a place in Florida, Bill, that you can go and you can play with the otters. Really? Mm-hmm.
Too bad it's in Florida.
Well, I was thinking maybe you could fund a trip for me and Jackie and Kristen to go. That's the only other... Well, Nick would probably want to go. Is Nick on?
Yeah.
Hi, Nick. Okay. So, now I'm going to take that blue off.
Very nice wedding card.
Ooh, I didn't ever think of that. Mm-hmm. I'm going to look on here. Did I have a brownish? I think originally I did. Here. We'll use the early espresso. I just want to do right here for the claws. Okay. I keep mine, by the way, we sell these stamp cases, and they're not very much, and this is the perfect thing to keep them in.
Oh, I was wondering about that.
Yeah. Okay, got that blue off, right? So let's do the brown.
Yep.
All right. There we go. And if you want to, you can come back in here. Now, this is darker than my first card, and I actually like it better. So I would say press a little harder on the watercolor pencils. Jeez, that was tough. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to cut this out. And if you've got a joke...
Did you know the moon and the earth are good friends?
The moon and the earth are good friends? Well, of course they're good friends.
Well, did you know that?
I did not know that.
Well, yeah. Because they've been going around forever.
Is this your joke?
Trying.
Try harder, Bill. That was your joke. Oh my gosh. Did you guys hear it? See if they even think that's funny. They may not like it. Okay, so this is the hardest part, is the feathers. I'm going to come back to that. And it's not that hard. Now, normally I leave a little bit, and it's okay if you get a little bit left. But it cuts so easy when it's embossed. You can feel right where it is. You know if you're cutting onto it or off of it. So, very, very easy. Now, I know a lot of people do not like to fussy cut, but I'm telling you, this is the easiest little fussy cut. It's worth it for what I'm going to do. And what I'm doing is going to be so stinking easy on top of it. Okay, so then I just come in here.
They're laughing.
They're not laughing. Yeah. Pity laughs, Bill. Pity laughs.
Ooh, people were like, I thought I missed it.
Okay. Well, then I've got one for you.
Well, I've got another one.
You've got another one?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
You know, the other day, the cable guy was out here.
Out here?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know.
Yeah, he asked what time it was. I told him it was between noon and 5.
Oh my gosh, Bill, now that's funny. Oh my gosh, that was actually funny. I like it. Okay, so we cut that out. Now, let's bring in our base, and let's bring in... I've got 3 different sizes here. Did they like it?
I don't know. I haven't got that yet.
Oh. So, this is the... let me see here. This would be like the 1, 2, 3. This is the 3rd from the outside. So I want to start with the stamp set, and I'm going to use the early espresso. And we're going to do, I think I'll do this. Let's just take this. I want to see where I want them to sit on here. This way. So we're going to put one of the branches down here.
They love that one too.
Oh, that one was funny, I would say.
Yep.
Okay, let me see. So, because I'm going to have them sitting on this branch. Maybe I should have had it up a little higher, but it is what it is now. And then, see, look at all that. That came from this. It's just like...
Is it getting old?
Well, I've had it for 10 or 12 or 15 years. I don't know how long it's been. It's been a while.
Does it wear out?
No, it's just that it's so used that what's left in there is just kind of coming out.
Weeping out.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to stamp, and I want to look where this is going to be placed now. So I'm going to stamp my friend here. Okay. And then while I have the ink out, on the inside, I'm going to stamp "You Are Loved." We all have a friend that we want to send them a little something and let them know, right? You are loved. Okay. So I want to take the largest one, and we're going to pile these up. It's so simple. I told you it was so simple. I love these dies to death. I liked all the other ones. I like the deckled rectangles too, but I love these. So we're going to set that in the middle. Oops, oops. There we go. Good. And then I want to stagger this one on the middle of that. So white on white on white. Now, one of the things, actually it was Beth Ann who taught me this, to start a little more in the middle with your ink. I try to leave like, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch normally, but I start in the middle in case your ink goes all over the place. But this I'm doing more like 1/2 inch. And the reason why is because I want the ends of these to kind of pop up a little bit off of, see how you can kind of see, but I don't have dimensionals in there because I like stuff to fly on one stamp. So.
One Stampin'.
That's right. So if you tend to get gooberies from pressing too hard, start kind of inside on your element, whatever you're.
What are we going to have? 7 layers by the time you're done?
Hey. This is a process. Asking. Trust the process.
They're asking.
Now look at that. It's white on white on white.
No
I
beige.
don't have, no beige. But it really does show up, and look at all the texture with just white, right? Okay, so let's come in here and let's take our little birdies and we've got to pop them up. Good tip, Beth Ann. I've used it ever since. Doesn't mean I don't have occasional accidents. Okay, so then we're going to put the bird sitting there. Now, any white that you do have on the edge, you're on white, so it doesn't really show. You just kind of see the beautiful embossed, right? Okay, then, now I think these are on clearance. I have no idea if they're still there. I didn't check before we came on. But I thought these were so perfect. They're the adhesive backed heart sequins. I love them because, again, they're flat. And who doesn't like that? So I'm going to, one just popped off here. Oh, it doesn't have a sticky. That's why it popped off. So let's take one. Oh, maybe I should put it right there. Wouldn't that be cute? Okay. We'll put one here and one. I think I want a bigger one. Do I want a bigger one? One here. Just super sweet. It has a lot of color, even though it doesn't, I didn't use a whole lot of product on this. This is going to be one of the simplest cards to reproduce, and I hope that it inspires you and excites you for the new catalog coming. It is amazing. Now, these cards are going to be, and we've got some amazing online exclusives coming too, so be on the lookout. These cards, now let me show you the difference. I added more color on this one. So here, can you see on camera the green and the yellow difference? Because you can in person, but when this photographed, I didn't add as much color, and I wish I would have added more color on it. It's still pretty, don't get me wrong.
Cute.
Yes, so really stinky simple. Cute. It's simple, but it's elegant. And you're right, it could be a wedding card. I mean, how sweet would that be? It's definitely different than most wedding cards that you see. Now, if you're not already signed up for my email, be sure to sign up, because this video, the photos, the dimensions, and everything that I use to make this card will be in that email that will come to you for free. So check that description box. There is free shipping. Tonight through Friday midnight Mountain Time, there's free shipping on qualifying amounts. That means you must have an order of $75 or more, and that is before tax and shipping. I do want you to know, because now that we're getting product credits, because you're also going to get the free shipping and you're going to get a product credit for that $75. So that'd be $750 that is coming back that you can bank for a free product. But on coupon codes or product credits, they're not commissionable. So if you use that, if you have any now, and you use that, that will lower that retail amount. And for it to be qualifying, it must meet that $75 minimum. So free shipping, and you get 10% back. I absolutely love the new thing. Paper share.
That's right.
Bill was talking about that earlier. If you haven't signed up, there's some cute papers. It's going to be fun this year. I cannot wait to do that. We've got quite a few people already signed up. So there's a few.
Always like to cut more.
There's a few spots left. If you don't know what a paper share is, basically what it is 4 people are going to pay for all of the new. I don't have any of the old things that carried over in the paper share. It's only the new stuff that is going to be in there, and you get a quarter pack of it, and then you only pay a quarter price, so that you have a lot of options for your paper crafting. Also, with a $75 purchase tonight, not only do you get $750 in Stampin' rewards, you're going to get a free I think we got 6 packs left. Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Of embellishments left. So definitely cash in on that also. For every $50 purchase, you're going to get your name into a drawing. And we got people that have upwards
multiple.
Yeah.
Multiple.
So get your name in there. I may have a little surprise coming with that. We're going to do the drawing on May 7th. This is lucky May 7th, so this could be your day. 7 p.m. right here on camera live. And then you're also still going to qualify with a $75 purchase for 2 perks rewards. Now, I did send an email, and I hope you guys read it. If you haven't, I'll have another one coming out this Friday that talks about the perks rewards, because there is going to be a change, but that doesn't start till next month. So this month, it's still at a $35 minimum. The only real change is that it's going to go up, because we have to read the email. But for me to be able to do what I was doing was to help everyone get the rewards that Stampin' Up! Made. And now that Stampin' Up! Isn't doing that, I have to up that perks rewards. But it comes out to be another 5% in your benefits. So that's it for tonight. Were there any questions, Bill?
The bird stamp is in the new catalog, right?
It's in the new catalog, yes. I can't open the new catalog live yet because it hasn't gone live. I can't do that till May 6th, otherwise I'd show you. But if you have the new catalog, let me see if I can find it very quickly. I think it is on page 94. It's on page 94 in the new catalog. So, all right, we will be back next Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Time, and we actually have a project next week. It's not a card. So, yeah.
A project.
Bill's excited about this. So, we sure would appreciate you to attend, and we hope you have a wonderful week. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.